Alright, you guys, so I'm back to review American Pie 2. Now, this one's not directed by Paul Weitz. It's directed by J.B. Rogers. And the cast is pretty much all the same cast as the first movie. They're all back. Everybody's back. But basically, the storyline in this movie is by the end of the first movie, they all lost their virginity. And, prom night's over. So when you do a second American Pie, where do you go? Well, I'll tell you where they went. It's summer break after their first year in college, and the gang is getting back together, and they're gonna rent a lake house, um, by the lake, and everything's gonna be fun. They're gonna have this big old party at the end of the summer, and that's basically what the plot of the movie is. It's just them getting the lake house ready, and all staying there at the lake house during the summer. That's basically the overall plot of the film. Now, what do I think of American Pie 2 is I love this movie. This is my favorite one. Um, yeah, the plot is not as interesting. Like, the storyline is not as interesting as the first one, I will admit. However, this one I think was done a lot more well. The cast was all more comfortable with each other because this is their second time around. So they've gotten to be able to banter a bit in between stuff, and I do want to talk. I already talked about all the cast and how I felt about them. Everybody's back, like I said. There were two people that I didn't mention in my first review though. Shannon Elizabeth as Nadia. What a fucking hottie! I'll tell you what, that bitch, man. I'll tell you what. I would do things to her that are illegal in 49 states. Um, and also Allison Hannigan playing Michelle, who I didn't really mention in my first review, but then again in the first movie she's not really a member of the gang in the first movie. So in this one she's not really a member of the gang, but she's more closer to being a member of the gang by this time. But now that we're in the second one, I do want to mention them because they do have a little bit bigger. They have more stuff to do in this one. The jokes, hilarious. Excuse me. All right. Um, the jokes in this one I think are a lot better than the first one. And I love the jokes in the first one, but I think they're better written, better performed, better timing. The soundtrack's just as great as it always been. The cast is great. I already mentioned that. The direction's great. Jim's dad, we don't see too much of him in this movie because they're gone at the lake house. But when we do see Jim's dad in this film, didn't change. Nothing's changed. At least the kids kind of evolved a little bit. They're in college. They're growing up. Jim's dad's a fully grown man. He hasn't changed a bit, and I don't want him to change. That's how I like him. Eugene Levy, awesome dude. I'll watch pretty much anything Eugene Levy's in. Like I remember when he was in the original Vacation movie for a minute, which those reviews are coming too this summer. Um, but yeah, I love American Pie 2. I like it better than the first one. Um, then we actually go because Michelle Allison Hannigan's character, she was telling all these stories this one time at band camp, and this one we actually get to see band camp. Goes and visits band camp. That stuff's great. It does might Some may argue that it could take you out of the movie a little bit, like the time when he goes to band camp to find Michelle and track her down. It does kind of take away a little bit, but it's not taking you out of the movie completely. Stifler is still the best part about the movie, no doubt about that. I do like Oz's character a lot more in this one than I do in the first one. I do like Oz in the first one, but in this one, I just think he's a better character, more written, better written, I should say. Um, let's see, Finch. Okay, spoilers from the first one. Finch fucks Stifler's mom, and who is played by the beautiful, hot Jennifer Coolidge. And so he did that at the end of the first movie. And, so him and Stifler have tension now. And they're always fighting with each other. They don't like each other. And so those kind of jokes are always great. Let's see. But in this one, Finch is excited because Stifler's mom is coming to the lake house. And he's all excited. And he's getting everything ready. He's studying Tantra, or Tantra, however you pronounce it. I don't care. But yeah, Finch is great. I do like Finch in this movie a lot more too. He was kind of just like off being all secretive in the first one, kind of keeping a low profile. And ugh, sorry guys, itchy nose. Anyway, but yeah, I really like American Pie 2. The soundtrack is just as good as it is in the first one. There's really not much I can say about this one either. I think everybody knows American Pie. The only thing I'm going to say is I'm going to talk about the cast and give my rating basically is how these reviews are going to go. But yeah, American Pie 2, I gave the first one a B+. Plus. I will give this one, I'll give it an A-. Minus. I'll give it an A-. Minus. It's a step above the first one. But I still don't think these movies are like A plus material. I still love them. Don't get me wrong. They're A's. Come on, they're A's and B's. So I do love these movies. Recommend watching them. Of course I do. Especially these four. The four that I'm going to review. The four that are on this DVD here. Watch them all. Trust me. Especially 1 and 2. So yeah, what do you guys think of American Pie 2? Like I said, I'm gonna give it an A minus. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of American Pie 2. What American Pie film is your favorite? Is it American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, or American Reunion? Or do you like the direct-to-DVD spin-offs that they had? Do you like those more than the originals? Or like which is your favorite American Pie film? Comment down below. Let me know. And yeah. Well, see you later.